In today's video, I will show you step by step how you can create a line journal and start selling on Amazon for free. We are going to use Canva to design the book, and I'm going to show you step by step how you can design it. I'm going to show you step by step how you can upload it on Amazon and start selling, and this will be all done for free. The best part is that it can take you less than 10 minutes to create one and start selling on Amazon. This is a great way to earn passive income. It's a good example of a great side hustle you can start right now and start earning passive income online. The best part is, even if you are working a 9-to-5 job as I do, you can easily create this passive income on the side, and very soon you'll start seeing how this passive income is gradually replacing your day's job, and you can become your own boss with time. My desire for you on this channel is to help you to make your first $100 online. The best part is, once you make your first $100 online, you will start seeing the possibilities. You will begin to believe that you can actually make $1,000, $10,000, even $100,000, and the list goes on. You will see yourself making any amount of money you desire, and that's the goal, guys. So I will encourage you to watch this video to the end so you don't miss out on any important step, because I can guarantee that if you don't watch this video to the end, you're going to miss out on an important step and you won't be able to make money with this method. Let's get started right away so I can show you step by step how you are going to achieve this goal, and you're going to be able to create your own book and start selling on Amazon. So the first thing we are going to do is to head over to Amazon.com and start doing our research. This step is very, very important because this will help you to know if what you want to create is in high demand. So let's say we want to create line journal. You're just going to come over to the search bar and then you type line journal. So you can see right here, Amazon is giving us auto suggestions: line journal notebook, line journal for women, line journal for Christian girls. So let's go with line journal for women. So let's scroll down and we are going to go with this one. You can see that their review is over 2,000, right? So that shows that this particular type of journal is in high demand. And then let us look at this look inside picture. You can see that it's just ordinary line journal. So you can see that this is very easy to create. And for the fact that they have over 2,000 reviews shows that this particular journal is actually in high demand. Now, based on our research, our next step is to pick the book specifications. So these are the book specifications we'll be using. Now, once we are done with the research, the next step is now for us to create our book cover. To do this, we are going to first head over to Amazon KDP cover calculator. And don't worry, I'm going to put the link in the description below so you can easily locate it. Or you can simply go to Google and type Amazon KDP cover calculator, and you just click on the first link here. So right now, we are going to select your binding type, which is paperback. Then the interior type, we are going to select black and white. Paper type, let's go with white paper. Then page turn direction, left to right. Measurement unit, click on it, and then you select inches. Then the interior trim size, remember we agreed on 7.5 by 925 inches, so we are going to select it right here. Now the page count, and we're going to put 150 pages. So the next thing you're now going to do is to click on calculate dimensions. So we're going to scroll down right here and then click on download templates. And once we do that, it will generate 3 files within. But what we actually need is this PNG file at the middle. So we are going to open it up. This is basically our book cover template, which includes the front cover, the back cover, and the spine. And if you look over here where they said 15.588 inches by 9.5 inches, this is your overall dimension. This is what you're going to be inputting into Canva for you to be able to create your cover without making any mistake. So now that we have our book cover template, let's go over to Canva and start designing. In case you don't know what Canva is a user-friendly, powerful online design tool which has a large selection of design elements, templates, and features you can use to create any sort of creative content you want, and it's super easy to use. So if you already have a Canva account, that's great. Just simply log into your Canva account. And if you don't have a Canva account, that is not a problem. You can simply create a Canva account. Just go to canva.com to create a new Canva account. So there are basically 2 options when you sign up. There is a free account and there is a paid account. So with the free account, you don't have access to all the design elements, but you can actually sign up for a 30-day free trial of the pro account, where you have access to basically all the entire Canva templates and design elements. And after 30 days of free trial, you can decide if you want to pay for it on an ongoing basis, or you can also choose to downgrade back to the free version of the account. That said, let's get started with our design. So first, you want to click on this create a design button, and then we are going to click on custom size. Now remember to change this to inches, don't forget that. So we are going to go back to that book cover template we created on Amazon KDP, and we are going to enter these 2 numbers. So 15.588 inches by 9.5 inches. So let's enter it by 9.5 inches, and then we are going to click click on create new design, and it will take us to this page where we can start designing. So the first thing we are going to do is that we are going to bring that template into Canva, and to do that we are going to click on uploads, and then you click on upload file. We are going to select that book cover template and click on open. So we are going to simply drag and drop it here. So this is going to fit exactly because that's how we created the size of this page. This is very important because we want to make sure that none of our designs go out of these red lines, go into the spine, or go behind the barcode. Like, we definitely don't want our text to go behind the barcode. So this helps us to make sure that our designs are within the margin and won't get cut off during printing. So the next thing we are going to do is to add a background. So we are just simply going to scroll down here, and then you are going to see background. You can just search for any type of background you want. So let's just go with pink background since we are designing a line journal for women. Okay, let's go with this one. So what I'm going to do right now is that I'm going to reduce the transparency of this book cover template so we can see through it and actually design our book cover. So I'm going to click here under transparency, and then I'm going to reduce the transparency of this book cover template so that we can see through it. Now the next thing we are going to do is to start adding our elements. So I'm just going to come over here to elements. Let's just say I want to create floral line journal. So I'm just going to type flower. So I'm just going to scroll down and select any one of my journals. Like, this one is very fine. So let's go with this one. So I'm going to select this one right here. I'm going to reduce the size. So let's put it here. Make sure that it doesn't touch the red border. I'm going to duplicate it, select it to duplicate it. So I will duplicate it right now, and then I will turn it over. Click on this place. See this place here to rotate it. So I'm going to rotate it like this, and then I'll put it here. So when it comes to designing your book cover, it just depends on what you want. Like, there's no hard and fast rule about it. So but the next thing we're going to do is that we're going to add something at the spine. So I'm just going to come over here under elements. I'm going to type shapes. Let's go with this square shape. So I'm going to bring it here. Then I'm going to drag it down and just make it to fit into this. I'll bring it down. I want to position it to be at the center of the spine. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to just simply click on this position, and then I'm going to click on middle, then I'll click on center. You can see that I've positioned it at the center. Let me change the background to blue. Okay, let me use this one, and then I'm going to change this to blue. So let me just select blue. Okay, let's just go with this. The next thing we are going to do is to delete that book cover template. I'm going to just select the book cover template, and then I'm going to delete it. I'm going to put a title at the center. Come over here, select text, and I will select headline. So I'll bring it over here. Make sure you center it. Let me type line journal for women. I'm going to change the font color to white. So I'm going to increase the font size. So let's go with this font type. The next step is to download this cover. So to download it, you're going to click on this share button, and then you're going to click on download. Now we are going to select PDF print because remember you are going to upload it on Amazon, and then you're going to click on download. Okay, so now let's create the interior of the book. And to do that, we are first of all going to come over to this page. To come over to this page, simply go to Amazon KDP under the help topics. You're going to see this particular page. Now we are going to scroll down, and what we actually need on this particular page is the bleed section. When you say a book has bleed, it means that the text or the graphics or the lines go from edge to edge. You can see this particular picture right here. It went from this edge to this edge. But when you say no bleed, it means that it has these little white spaces around the elements of text. So in the context of a line journal, with bleed will look like this, while no bleed will look like this. So we are going to scroll down, and then we are going to come over to this particular link. Click on it. This will help us to get the page size which we input in Canva when designing our interior. Remember, we said this with bleed, so we are going to be looking at this page size with bleed. Then we are going to scroll down. So because the original size we picked was 7.5 inches by 9.25 inches, we actually need to input this one instead because we are going with bleed. So this is exactly what we are going to put in Canva. So we are going to go over to Canva right here to create the interior, and then we're going to click on create a design. Now we're going to select costume size. Now remember to change this to inches, don't forget that. And then we're going to come over here to get this number 7.625 inches by 9.5 inches. So let me go over to Canva and type it 7.625 inches by 9.5 inches. So we're going to click on create new design, and it will bring us to this page. This is the template we need to start making our pages. But we are not done yet. We're going to go back to Amazon. We're going to come back to this page. We're going to scroll down to where it says margins. So basically, margins actually protect your content from running off the page or being cut off during printing. So that is why you really need to take note of your margins when you are creating your book interiors. Remember that we agreed that our page count will be 150, so it will be between this range. So that means that we are going to go with this margin. So our inside margin will be this, right? And then our outside margin will be this. Remember, we are going with bleed. So we are going to select this particular outside margin. So with this information, we are going to head over to Canva and try to create this margin. So you see this ruler right here? This is exactly what is going to help you to create the margins. Now, if you don't have it already, you can just simply go to File and then you go to View Settings and select Show Rulers and Guide. Let me just increase it. Now, what you're going to be doing is this. You're going to hover your cursor here and then you're going to see this purple line. Just drag it and bring it over. Remember that the margin we are going to be using is 0.375 inches and then the outside margin is 0.375 inches. So we're going to still go over here. As you can see right here, it's still under 0. So the margin right here is 0. We are going to hover our cursor right here and then start pulling it inside. And then as I'm pulling it inside, make sure you're looking at the figures that are changing. So you want to get it at 0.375 margin, right? So it's better it's a little bit higher than for it to be less than 0.375. I'm going to do the same thing over here. So you're going to put your cursor here to drag it down again and be looking at the number that is changing. Once I just get the first margin, what I usually do next is just to go over to elements and then I'm going to bring this square shape right here and then I'll try to reduce the size and then I'll bring it over here so that it will fit this place. So once I see that it actually fits into this particular margin, I'll simply carry it and bring it over here and then I'll drag this ruler down. I'll bring it here too. I will also come here and drag this ruler to this place. I'll still bring it here and then I'll bring this ruler down here. That's pretty much how I actually go about it so that it will be faster for me. Then I'll delete it out. So this actually helps me to stay within the margin. So now that we have the margins for our journal, the next thing we are going to do is to start adding the lines. So we're going to come over to elements and you're going to type in lines. So just select the line and then we're going to increase the size. See what I'm doing right here? Just drag it to increase the size. You can see that the thickness is big and we don't want that. So what we're going to do now is to come over here to reduce the line weight. So we're going to reduce it to 1. Now you can see that it's black color, but you know that most of the journals, the colors are not black. They are kind of grayish, right? So we're going to come over here to reduce the transparency. Okay, let's leave it at 52. Now the next thing we're going to now do is for us to duplicate this line. So I'm going to duplicate it like 24 times since we are making a line journal, remember. So now what we want to do right now is that we're going to highlight all of these. And then we're going to go to position and tidy it up. So we're going to tidy it up right here. So you can see that it's all straightened out. So I'm going to bring it here and place it very well. So what I want to do now is to drag it out. So I'm going to just drag it out right here. So it will be a little bit more spacious. There's usually a bit more space at the bottom in journal. So I'm going to drag it up a little bit. So it will have a little bit more space. Now, because it's a journal, we want to put a space for dates. So just select it and then reduce the size. I'm going to now add the date. So I'm going to just come over here under text. I'm going to select add subheading. I'm going to just type dates. Then we're going to change the font type to, okay, I think I like this font type. Let's leave this font type. I'm just going to bring it here. Since it's journal for women, we can decide to add flower. So I'm just going to go to element and then I'm going to just type flower. Then I'm going to go under graphics. So I can just select any flower of my choice. So let's go with this one. So now I'm going to make sure that it's at the center. Let the purple line guide you. This is the center. You can even decide to change the color to another color, maybe to gray. I will now reduce the transparency. I think it's okay like this. Now, when I added this date, you can see that it has exceeded that margin. Remember the margin that we put earlier on. Now, if you publish this on Amazon, they're going to reject it. So what are you going to do? I'm going to bring it down. So I'm going to delete this particular line. And then I'm now going to bring this one down. You can see what I've done right here, so that it will not exceed the margin, because once it exceeds the margin, they will reject it. So you can see right now, the date is no longer above the margin. Don't worry, this margin is not going to show in your final manuscript. They're not going to appear in print. We're now going to duplicate it. So just click here to duplicate the page. So I'm just going to duplicate it up to 10 times. I will now show you the next step on what to do. So right now it's 10 pages. Click on this grid view right here. The next step is to select every single thing that is here. So just click on this duplicate button to duplicate 10 pages at once. See what I'm doing? Just keep clicking on it to duplicate it. So let's check if we have reached up to 150. Remember, our number of pages is 150. You can see that we have 150 pages. So we're going to click on this to close the grid view. Now it's time for us to download it. And to download it, we're going to click on this share button right here. Then we're going to click on download. Make sure you select PDF print. Click on download to download it. So now we've downloaded our book interior. The next step is for us to go over to Amazon KDP to upload it. So if you don't already have a KDP account, I have a video on this channel where I showed you step by step how to create your KDP account. So I'm going to link that video in the description below. So make sure you watch that video to learn how to actually create your KDP account. So once you log into your KDP account, the next thing you're going to do is to click on create and then you select paperback. So this is the most exciting part, because now you want to upload your book on Amazon and start making money selling your book. So right now we are going to select the language, which is English, but you can just click on the drop down arrow. You see other languages that are here, but I'm going to go with English. Now the next thing is for you to put your book title. So remember, we actually selected our book title. We created Line Journal for Women, right? So we're going to put it right here, Line Journal for Women. Now the next one is for us to put our subtitle. So the subtitle will be Floral Notebook Journal for Note Taking, 150 pages. Now another very important point I want you to note is this: when you are putting your book title and subtitle, make sure that they are different. Don't put the same keyword you put in your book title in your subtitle. If you do that, Amazon is going to send you an email and tell you to change it. Like it happened to me, like they will ask you to change it. So make sure that there are different keywords. Let it not be the same thing. Edition number is optional, so you're going to skip it. Then author's name, you can put your real name or you can put your pen name. So a lot of people actually use pen name. They will not put their real name, right? Just use pen name, anyone you want. So I'm going to be using a pen name, right? So let me put this, and then I'm going to scroll down, contributors. That's if you want. If you're not the only person that did it, you can put your contributors here, but I'm not going to put anything. Now the next one is description. So I'm going to add your book description. Now one very important tip I want you to note when adding your description is that you try to put in keywords in your description. Don't worry, in a moment I'm going to show you how to actually do your research, like the easiest way to do your research as a beginner if you're not using any paid tool. After adding the book description, the next thing you want to do is to scroll down, and then you're going to select this. I own the copyright. This one I'm going to select no. Now the reading age, he said you should choose the maximum and the minimum. Anybody can use it. 18+, like anybody can use it. Primary marketplace is Amazon.com. Now the next step is for you to select your category. This is a very important step because choosing the right category will help customers to find your book on Amazon. So you're going to click here, choose category, and then they'll ask you to select the category. So this is a journal that we created. So we're going to scroll down to self-help. So we're going to select journal writing. Let's go with time management, and then we're also going to go with motivational. Now the next thing you're going to do is to click on save categories. They'll ask you, does your book classify as any of these? So you're going to select low content book because remember it's journal, right? Now the next step is to select keywords. This is a very important step because this will help you to rank your book on Amazon and also help buyers to find your book. Remember, if customers are not seeing your book, there's no way they will be able to buy it. Now, for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to show you the basic method of selecting your keywords. There are different methods of coming up with the right keywords, but in this video, I'm just going to show you the basic method, especially if you're just a beginner, you're just starting out. You might not have the money to buy other keywords research tools, right? You want to just start out for free, and then as you build up your business, you can now buy other keywords research tools. So that is why I'm going to show you the most basic method. You can just start for free without spending any money. So we're going to go back to Amazon. Remember, we chose Line Journal for Women, right? So once you just put in your keywords, you can see the auto suggestion that Amazon have given us, and you can see that there are different keywords that are here. So if we go with Line Journal for Women, let's see what will come up. It's less than 10,000 results. So I'm going to select it, I'll copy it, and then I'll go back to Amazon to paste it there. Don't worry, I'm going to show you another free method of doing keyword research. And one thing I love about this other method is that you can actually find out the monthly search results for each of the keywords, right? So make sure you keep watching those videos so I can actually show you that particular free tool you can actually use to get your keywords. Let's go back to Amazon. You can see this one, Writing Journal for Women, lined paper. So we're going to select this one, Line Journal Notebook for Women. So let's go back to Amazon and type it, Lined Journal Notebook for Women. So this is what you're going to do until you complete these 7 keywords. So all these are different keywords you can actually put under your keyword section. This is one way to do that for free. Now the next method, which is a great way for you to actually find out the monthly search volume for the keyword you want to use. And the name of the tool we are going to be using is Ahrefs.com, Amazon keyword tool. So once you just come over to Ahrefs.com, their keyword tool, under Amazon, you're going to type in the keyword. So let's say I'm going to type in journal. So once I type in journal, I'm going to select the country. United States is already okay. So I'll leave it at United States. And then I'm going to click on find keywords. Look at the keywords it has found for us. So it will give you the first 100 keywords out of 82,539 keywords. So you can see right here, these are the monthly search volume. Look at it here. This is an estimation of the average monthly search volume for these keywords in the last 12 months. Journal as a keyword, look at the monthly search volume. Bullet journal, look at the monthly search volume. Let me copy journal notebook. It has over 12,000 search volume. So I'm going to come over to Amazon and put it. So journal notebook. So you can see what I'm doing right here. So after putting in your keywords, the next thing you're going to do is that You're going to select your publication date. So you leave it as publication date, and then you scroll down. Release date is not eligible, so you're going to leave it there. Release my book for sales now. Yes, I'm going to leave it there. I'm not going to schedule it, right? If you want to schedule it, to select this one, but I'm going to leave it here. But keep this in mind. After you publish your book, it can take up to 72 hours for it to go live. That's because Amazon is going to review your book to make sure that it meets all their guidelines, right? Before they will now make it to become live on Amazon. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to click on save and continue. So the next thing is for you to put your ISBN number. Since it's a low content book like journal, planner, and notebook, they don't require any ISBN number. You can actually publish it without any ISBN number. So we're going to leave it as publish without an ISBN number. Now the next thing you're going to do is this. You're going to select your print option. So we're going to go with black and white interior with white paper. So we're going to scroll down. They will ask you to select your trim size. Remember, our trim size is 7.5 by 9.25, right? So we're going to select a different trim size. So this is the one we are going to select. Under the bleed setting, remember we selected bleed, so we're going to select bleed. Paperback cover finish, matte or glossy. Let me just go with matte, but all of them are okay, right? Any one you decide to select is very okay. So I'm going to go with this one. So the next step is for us to upload our manuscripts, right? Preferably PDF file. So I'm going to click here to upload the manuscript. So you're gonna take some time to upload, just a few minutes, so you can see uploaded successfully. The next step is for you to upload your book cover. So just scroll down, and then I'm gonna click here to upload my own book cover. Then I'll click here, upload your cover. And I'm going to select the book cover right here. So you can see cover uploaded successfully. They will ask you, does your cover include a barcode? No, my cover does not include a barcode. So I'm not going to check it. So if the cover you're uploading includes a barcode, then you're going to check this box. So they'll ask you, do you use AI tools in creating text, images, or translation in your book? So if you actually use AI to create your content, you have to select yes. Or if you do not use AI to create your content, you're going to select no. The next thing you're going to do is to preview your books to make sure that everything is perfect. So I'm going to click on launch previewer. So this is the final manuscript. You can see the book cover right here. So you can see that we don't have any problem because we followed all their specifications. If you have different designs on each page, then I would advise you go through all the 150 pages so that you'll be sure that everything is in order. So since everything is okay, we're going to click on approve. Now you can see the printing cost is $3.55. That's because we chose 150 pages. And these are the printing costs on other marketplaces. So you need to keep all these things in mind. So the higher the number of pages, the more the printing cost. So let's click on save and continue. For the territory, so you're going to select all territories, right? Because you want everybody to be able to see the book and buy, right? Under the primary marketplace, Amazon.com. So now it's time for you to set the prices. Like, this is what you've been waiting for, because this is what will determine the amount of money you can actually make selling this particular journal on Amazon. So Amazon will always give you the minimum price and also the maximum, right? The minimum price you must put here is $5.92. The maximum price is $250. I can't even justify the price of $250 for a journal. Let me just go with $6.99. Now, when you put your price, Amazon is going to tell you your royalty. When I set the price at $6.99, the royalty is 64 cents. So the higher your price, the more the royalty you can make. But keep in mind that this is kind of competitive in nature because a lot of people are also publishing journals on Amazon. So the lesser your price, the more competitive it becomes. So you have to keep all these things in mind while setting your price. So you can just start with the lower price. Then as you get more sales and reviews on Amazon, you can now go ahead and increase your price. If I should put $7.99, they're going to now tell me the new royalty. So the new royalty for $7.99 is about $1.24. So I can go with this one. And then Amazon will automatically populate the prices for other marketplaces. Look at all the prices here. So we're going to scroll down. So once you click on publish, you'll be able to publish it on Amazon. But right now, I'm not going to publish this particular book. I'm going to save it as drafts. If you found this video useful, then you can consider clicking on the video on the screen right now to watch the next video. And if you found this video helpful, kindly hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. Then enable your notifications so don't miss out on any video I post on this channel. See you next time. Bye.